Last time on Just Create, we built a freight train and a new truck and finally finished our logistics system to auto-restock our shops all the way from our main storage. And today we're going to solve a problem we have by creating a brand new factory. But first, we need to go sort out some power for Stam's base. And currently we've got it going as far as here, which is Stam's village. What we need to do is take the power from here and link it all the way down the railroad here, then continue on past all the way up to the top of this village on the mountain, and this is where he wants the meter. So it's a big old journey, and it's a bit of an angled one as well, which means it's going to look a little bit weird, but it is what it is. In fact, while I'm over here, I'm going to grab some more rockets as well, because we are out. Look at that, my factory's working wonderfully. Let's just grab a whole bunch of those and refill our rocket box.
Don't think he's gotten started then.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I just heard a Stam.
Is the beds down?
Uh-oh.
That...
Uh-oh, run away, run away!
Where's my power?
Look, that is exactly why I'm over here.
Yeah, I mean, I figured.
I wasn't just over here to get rockets, but yeah, okay. No, I'm here to install your power right now, Stam.
Oh, fantastic! I'm just about to get started working on the actual like power needing stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it'll probably take me like an hour or so, but
yeah, it'd probably take me a little longer to set all of that up. So that's
oh,
good.
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 Good. No one's in trouble. Excellent. I don't know how I'm going to get through your village yet.
Best of luck.
Yeah. Right, so Stam is definitely in need of his power now. The question is, do we just sort of go around the back of the village and then rejoin the train line? I do feel like that might be the best option. The main issue is that we can't really carry on down the track because we have a building in the way here. Right, I think I've got a plan. What we're gonna do is destroy a little bit of Stam's building here. And this is the back of the metering system that we've built for Stam. And that is all controlled through here. He's obviously built off the side of it as well here. But if we remove that, you can see everything stops. So he's not bypassing the power, which is good. But if we jump into free cam and go underneath, this power here is what's connected to the power poles on that side. So I'm thinking if we just carry on this line here a little bit further and then stick another one of those transformer thingies here, then we can go straight back to poles and carry on down the rail. So that is exactly what we're gonna do. So let's just bring this power up to the surface over here, rebuild Stam's wall, then we'll grab the schematic for our power thingy, which should be in here somewhere. There we go, dump that directly on top, give that thing a bit of gunpowder, and get placing. We are just going to need to put another shaft in there. But there we go, that's brought power out here for us. Now if we were just to add a power pole, stick that, say, here. And apparently I forgot to pack more chutes. So yeah, we're missing a few bits there, but I'll get some chutes and that'll all work fine. In fact, it's also kind of the wrong way round. So I'm just going to destroy this all together and we'll get some chutes and redo it. There we go, that's better. And we just need to build a whole lot more of these all the way down this rail. This could take a minute. Managed to get power all the way over here. We're just blasting the meter into existence down here. And then once this is done, we'll have to do a couple of setup bits because, of course, we don't want to be taking diamonds. We want that to be our new power tokens. And we're going to need to rebury a few bits as well, but then we should be good to go.
Well, this must be perfect timing.
Oh, hello.
Hello there.
Almost.
I swear I was just over here and there was nothing here.
I know, schematic cannons are awesome. So... power is all the way to here. Your little meter is just down here in the side of the wall.
Oh, you've got the meter up as well.
I haven't quite got this up. This is what I'm just doing at the moment. So I'm just about to get this connected up, and then I've got to sort out all the wiring stuff on the inside.
Right. But it's almost done.
It's almost done, and this will be where you get your power from over here.
So any of these or this one?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Both?
All of it.
Oh, so I can use chains from here, and I can hook up this.
Or you can do shafts from there. It's, yeah, you know, I like to give options.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Did I pay you?
No.
Well, what did I owe you? 32?
Yeah. Half a stack, I think we agreed on, didn't we?
Yep, I think so.
Perfect.
Right, there you go.
Cool. So yeah, I've just got to go grab some power tokens because, of course, you do get your first stack courtesy of the power company.
Oh yeah.
But mostly because I need to grab some to actually get it set up and test it. So yeah, I'd say give me like 10 minutes and it should be all yours.
Oh, okay, great. I guess I'll start working on my my factory then, and should be able to hook it up to power once it's done.
That sounds awesome. I look for what factory are you building?
Oh, a cobblestone one.
Oh, okay.
Just a very, very, very big cobblestone one.
3 months into the server, or 2 months, however long it is, and you're finally building a cobble generator. Love it.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
You know, taking my time.
Yeah, that's the way.
Yeah, it's the way to do it.
Cool.
Stop bullying me.
Hey, I wasn't bullying.
Right, I will have to come back to you probably in I don't know, a few weeks, and probably get it moved.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
But for now,
I
this is great.
assumed this wasn't the final build over here, so...
No,
yeah.
the village is not the final build.
No. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, give me 10
Right.
minutes, and I'll ping you when it's ready for you to start using.
All right, thank you.
Bye. Right, well, that was good timing. Now we just need to get this connected. Let's go down here, and it is this bit here we need to connect to. And there we go. So we just need to set some timings. I think 30 minutes will do. Gotta start making some profit. Don't tell Stam. And then I need to break and replace a few bits and bobs. I need to make sure that these filters are correct. And I need to connect up these display links as well. All right, so I think we're set up. If we press that should get everything moving. Yep, we're spinning out here. This is being updated. We just need a little bit of dye. So red dye is how much is being used, and usually I'd put green there, but I don't have access to green dye over here, so that'll have to do. And I would let Stam know it was all done, but he's disappeared. But this is good. Now we can get on with our day, which means we need to go back to our base and prepare for a brand new factory. Redstone. That's what we're going to automate. I keep running out of redstone and having to go mining, and as much as I do love a good mining montage, I'd like to be able to just grab some redstone and go. Before we make the factory, however, we need to work out how we're actually going to make redstone. I mean, we've actually got a reasonable amount at the moment from our last mining trip, but we're definitely going to need more. To get redstone, we need 2 things. You'll have to imagine this water bottle is a potion, but if we have strength potion, and imagine this is cinder flour, which is crushed netherrack, then that's what's going to make our redstone. To get crushed netherrack, we of course need normal netherrack. The question is, can we actually automate that? I don't think you can normally, but I have a feeling... Yeah, there we go. I thought Stam added a recipe. So what is it? Netherwart and any kind of stone. So normal stone will probably do. So we need normal stone and netherwart to make netherrack. And normal stone's easy enough. We'll just get that from cobble. So actually, that is fairly straightforward. We just need a netherwart farm and a cobble generator. This is where the difficulty comes, however, making the strength potion. Because to make a strength potion, you need 2 ingredients. You need an awkward potion, and you need blaze powder. And there's no way for us to automate blaze powder directly. We just need to get it from blaze rods. And of course, we can only get those from blazes. So we're going to need to get ourselves a blaze spawner, which will get us blaze rods and then blaze powder. Mix that with an awkward potion, which we can get from netherrack and water, or netherwart, I should say. Then we can make our strength potion, apply that to some crushed netherrack as opposed to this one, and then that'll give us redstone. So that's what we need to build. The question is, where are we going to build it? I'm thinking it should probably be fairly close to this one over here, so I might stick a building down in this area, maybe with a nice little green area out the front. It'll be nice to actually get some trees in here now that we can use Stam's shop. And the pricing system has changed over there, which means I only need to buy each schematic once, but each schematic is now more expensive, and I think that's a good way of doing it. At the moment, he's still not providing the resources for them, but maybe he will in future at some point, who knows. But anyway, building, great big building here. I think I want to do a kind of brick factory. Well, I mean, it's going to be a redstone factory, but a factory that looks quite bricky. So that means I'm going to need to gather a whole lot of resources, mostly brick. We'll get a building put down over here. Well, a bad thing's happened. Editor Beardy here, and yeah, there was a slight problem. I spent 7.5 hours on this build, and for the entire time that I was building, it was all just in one session. My PC then crashed, and the replay mod file just will not open. At first, I thought it was because it was too big. I tried cutting it up, and that didn't work. It won't even do that. So yeah, sadly, no replay. Anyway, back to current time, Beardy, who thinks there is a replay. 7.5 hours this has taken me, but look at it. It looks amazing. I really got into the groove with this one, completely zoned out, and it's taken me absolutely forever, but I'm very pleased with the results. In fact, let's just land up on top here, and we'll jump into free cam and have a look around. It's a little bit easier to see. But this is the storage yard side. This is where the vehicles will pull up and pick up the redstone. We've even got a little pile of it over here. I've actually gone with different windows. It's the non-weathered version of those ones, so not massively different, but still different. We've got some cool little details like the chutes here used as chimneys, which I actually saw on one of Eggs' builds, I think it was, possibly the laundromat, and I thought it was awesome. We've got some giant red chimneys just to add a splash of colour. I mean, it is a redstone factory after all. And then we've also got some other little bits and bobs on top that serve absolutely no purpose whatsoever, but just make it look a little bit more interesting. On this side, we've got some big chunky pipes that go into the build, some nice big windows as well. We'll take a look inside in a moment. I have put in a couple of floors, but nothing too major. But I really really like the look of the front of this building here. I don't really know what we're going to do with this bottom area. Maybe get in a tree or two, make a little park or something, make it nicey. And we're going to have some kind of fancy sign on the front here as well, but I haven't designed one yet, so I've just slapped a Minecraft sign there for now. And this side, we've got a fire escape, which actually goes up to a balcony on the top floor. I'm thinking about it. I should probably put indoors on the other floors as well. I think they pretty much line up. But yeah, I'm very pleased with that. And then if we go take a look on the inside, I've been planning things out in my head as I've been building. And what I'm thinking is we'll have the sort of blaze farm bit at the top there. We'll have the killing chamber down below. And then that will drop everything down to be processed at the bottom. We'll probably have all the potion making stuff down here as well. And the final result, that should be more than enough space for that production. It's pretty much just one conveyor line with a few different machines. And this side over here is going to be our netherwart farm. We want a nice big netherwart farm. We're going to want lots and lots of netherrack, and we're going to need it for awkward potions as well. Off to the side here, we've got a staircase that wraps up and round. And if we go to the very top floor, this bit up here, this is where I'm hoping we can squeeze in a cobble generator. It might be a little bit tight, so I don't know if it's going to be possible. But to be honest, if we can't fit it up there, we can always stick it down here, I guess. We can just add in another little bit of a floor. I don't know. But I think the first thing I want to build in here is going to be the blaze spawner killing mechanism type thing. Because it's only going to be active when I'm within 16 blocks of it, so it's not going to work when I'm actually away from this building. And, well, we're going to be in this building doing lots of stuff for quite a while. So I figure in the meantime, if we get that set up, at least it might generate some just to get us started. And then we can work out the rest of the process from there. So that means I've got to be a brave beardy and go to the nether. And there's a couple of ways we can get this blaze spawner. We could just pick it up with carry on and try and run. But first, I think I'm going to try and pick it up with a cart contraption. I think we can do this on this server. The first thing I need to do is get down into the proper nether, none of this roof malarkey. Then if I look at our map, we've got a fortress over this way, which looks like it's the one that we've been to before. But to be honest, there doesn't really seem to be any others around. So let's head over there and see if there's any blaze spawners left. So there's the fortress. That blaze spawner there's been stolen. That one there's been stolen. Let's have a look around and see if there's any more. Oh, might as well take out some of these boys in the meantime. Oh, there's one. Let's just quickly put down a little thing here. Stop it. Rail, contraption, mine carts, lever. Excellent. And hopefully we can just, yes, we can pick it up. Good. Right, now we need to find our way out again. And it's not the portal I was looking for, but it's a portal nonetheless. Let's see where this takes me. Back to Chosen's area. The important thing is we made it safely. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's cool. Look at the little observer on the top. Anyway, we've got our blaze spawner. Let's go build a blazy mob farm, I guess. Slight distraction. What's this? Like a little fishing shack. Doesn't seem to be selling fish. Oh, Dogtown. Relax and enjoy. There's another note at the bottom there as well. Something to do with lag, I think. Oh, and suddenly we're releasing toxic sludge from our factory. That's fine. That's fine. Another little building. Oh, this is so cool. Sushi. Radioactive sushi. Underwater bits and bobs. Oh, okay. Cooked salmon. So it looks like someone's been farming the ocean. Seeing lots of slopes. This has got to be Foxy. Cooked cod, cooked salmon. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Another food vendor. We'll come back and check later and see if there's any fish in stock. But yeah, my guess would be that's Foxy, judging on, well, one, the location, and two, lots of slopes. Oh, look at that view when we come through the portal. Oh, love it. Right, so let's take a look. We need to do some planning. So if we're going to have the blazes here, we can just have like a big box in the middle. We could then use conveyors to push them into the middle, drop down onto another conveyor that brings them to the front so I can stabby stab. Although if we sent it off to one side and then the killing chamber was over here, we could then have a belt that takes it all and crushes it so that it's already blaze powder before it goes downstairs. That will save us a bit of space down here and give us the resource we need. That sounds like a plan. Let's just work out space. So if we were to put the spawner there, in fact, it might need to go one higher and go there. No, actually, I think it should be okay there because what we can do is we can just put the belts in the floor and then that's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 in each direction and it's going to be able to spawn 2 above and 2 below. So yeah, that looks like we're going to be able to fit that in just nicely. And I reckon if we do it as a big glass box so we can see what's going on inside, that could look pretty cool. Let's go get some stuff and get this built up. We've got a bunch of stuff, but the first thing I need to do is get power over here. And the best connection for that is probably, for now, that one over there. So I wonder, can we put something on the corner of the building up here maybe? Let's see if that reaches. It does. We may need to move it when we put a building in here, but for now, that'll work fine. Let's make it look a little bit nicer. Then we're going to transfer that power inside, just on the other side of this wall here. In fact, let's just bust in and do it right now. If we do that, Connect that up, and that will give us power inside. But I'm going to go grab my jetpack. I have a feeling it's about to come in very handy. Ow. Oh, and you may notice all my levels have gone. I wasn't recording, but I did fly into a wall and die just a moment ago. Not ideal. Now, I think what I'm going to do here is just run it up to the ceiling. And I'm going to stretch it over there and get power to every floor, and then we can just adjust it as we need it from there, I reckon. That's power transferred. We've got power running through all of the floors. Let's build this thing. I think I'm actually going to move it back 3 blocks just so it's up against this wall here. And we need to cut out a massive hole at the bottom here for the belts. And what we're going to do is have one belt going this way. In fact, let's put most of them going that way. Then we'll have the belt at this side going this way. And that should feed all the blazes down this hole here. Let's just get the power in and we'll do that down here. There we go. A cheeky little chain drive does the trick. Chain conveyor even. I swear, I do know what they are. I just nearly always say the wrong thing. But with these belts all going the right way, now we just got to sort out this one here. Can I get away with just a gearbox in there? I can. Right, let's get rid of all this netherrack. And we're just going to encase all of these on the underneath, just so it looks a little bit better down here. So with all the belts in and working, we know where we're going to put the spawner. That block is there not to represent the spawner. The spawner itself will actually be here. But that's where we'll be able to put the rail and stuff. I think for blocking this in, first off, I'm going to put a little board around the bottom. And then we're pretty much just going to put it in a glass cube. So that's the blaze chamber done. Let's sort out a killing chamber. So they're going to fall down here. Let's stick them in a little tube. And there's a couple of things I want to do here. I want to have a collection system so that when I'm manually taking out the blazes, we're getting everything going off this way. But I also want to have a deployer, which is basically doing the same thing when I'm not here, but still close enough to keep this loaded, of course, which means I need to go get more stuff. So what I'm thinking is if we put in a bolt down here with a deployer facing that way, set him to attack mode, give him a sword, then a funnel on the back of that, then hoppers can feed directly onto belts. So if we do that, that will cover it for when it's me doing the killing. Now I need to get power down to these, but that should be fairly straightforward because we've got belts right here. If we just stick a shaft in there and then run some encased chain drives down the wall, that should power the deployer and our belts. Ah, belt's going the wrong way. Well, let's do that slightly differently then, shall we? Let's use a gearbox there. Shafts down, chain drive in there and there. There we go. Oh, okay, yeah, we're going to need to put a filtered funnel on there, aren't we? So he doesn't eject the sword. Thanks, Mr. Deployer. We'll put a brass funnel on the back. We'll set this to swords. Now he should keep hold of this. Good. And then what I need is a barrel there and a barrel here. And that barrel there is going to be purely for taking in experience orbs, because I think they get dropped from this guy. In fact, I think I can do that with a normal andesite funnel, and we'll work out what to do with those later. But we should end up with blaze rods in here and experience orbs in there. However, if it's me doing the attacking, we won't get experience orbs, but that's fine. No point letting them go to waste when the deployer is there. Now I just need a couple of copycat panels and we should be able to get this thing turned on. We need a panel there and a panel there. And just to ensure that they don't squeeze out the sides when they're getting beaten up, I'm also just going to put in a few more blocks there. In fact, I don't think we need another panel at the front there. That should be just about fine. Let's go turn it on and see what happens, shall we? Let's use my jetpack so I can make a quick getaway. And light levels shouldn't make any difference to blazes. I really don't think they care about lights. If I put that in there and then grab that, smash that, grab that, then destroy that, we should start getting blazes. Oh, yep, first one's already going down. If I go down here, he won't be trying to fight gravity. And there we go, he is in there. So let's just power up the deployer. We should start getting stuff and things. Oh no, wait a sec, that does need to be a brass one. Don't want to be filtering nuggets into that one. Then the rods go into this one. Excellent. This is good. That barrel's going to fill up very quickly. So yeah, we're definitely going to need to figure out something to do with the XP. Maybe we can turn it into liquid XP and do some enchanting stuff with it. Who knows? But for now, all we need to know is that it's working. And we've got 21 rods already. Now, the next step is to get these crushed down, and that should be fairly straightforward. Just need to get myself a couple of crushing wheels to sit on there. And then, to be honest, there's probably enough space up here for us to do the whole potion brewing thing, maybe? I don't know. For now, I think I want to get some vaults just so we've got a little bit more storage for a backup over here, and then we'll work out the next steps. So that setup should do nicely. We've got a nice big vault for collecting all of the experience nuggets. We've got a vault for overflow blaze rods, and we've got this one for blaze powder, which has almost got 3,000 in in it already. I went AFK while I had some lunch. But that's good. That shows we're going to be getting plenty of blaze powder. So if we refer back to our chart, to make the potions, we're also going to need awkward potions, which means we need netherwart. So I think I'm going to do the netherwart farm next. Although we've only got 14 of it, so it's going to take a while to fill up the whole farm. So I've managed to get most of what I need, but I still need some harvesters. So back to Chosen's warehouse we go. Although, doesn't look like he actually sells harvesters up here. That is unexpected. Guess we'll have to make our own then. What do we need? Okay, that should be fine. I mean, I'd already have 39 on me, so it's not like I need loads more. I'll grab those fans as well. We're going to need those in a little bit. So can we make any? Oh, we can make a stack. Brilliant. Which means we can probably make even more than that. But a stack will do, Hank. A stack will do. Alrighty, let's get building. And I think I want to turn a giant chunk of this area over here into our farm for the netherwarts. So I think we're going to start by just digging out a shape. Something about that size should do the job nicely. And let's just jam in some soul sand and work out how many levels of this we're going to have. If we do something about that size, and we only actually need one block in between each layer, which is going to make it fun to plant. But I reckon we can probably get a good 5 or 6 layers in here. And then we're going to have a cart running along the back here, going backwards and forwards. And we should get absolutely loads of the stuff. Well, I think that should just about do it. We've got 6 rows there, and each row's got over 100 spots. So that should give us plenty of netherwart. Now, what we need to do is build the contraption that's going to harvest everything. So we'll get one of those in. Make sure it's set to lock rotation. Always important. Get some powered rail. Then we want a barrel for storage. Storage interface for offloading. And now we just need to place lots and lots of harvesters. So I think the easiest way to do that is going to be to put down some temporary blocks. Get inside here and place them all down. Then we can remove these, and now we just need to do that on every single layer. So I think that should just about do it. So hopefully if I do... No, I need to put a minecart in every time. So we'll put the minecart in below there. Slowly crawl our way back out again. And then flick the lever. And that is going to go backwards and forwards and harvest, hopefully, every single row. Yep, looks like it. And it makes it to the end as well. Just about. Maybe it needs one more block at the end. Let's do that. Yep, there we go. Now it's definitely going to the end. Now all we need is a whole load of netherwart. Only harvested an additional 10 so far. So yeah, it's going to take a long time to get this up to max speed. But in the meantime, we can build ourselves a little collection system. And that should just about do it. So with our blaze powder coming in, our netherwart coming in, the only other resource we still need to generate from scratch is cobble. And we're not going to need loads of it, so I think we'll just do a small cobble generator. And then we can start combining everything together and eventually get our redstone. But we're making progress. Now for the cobble generator, I think I'm going to sneak it in around the side here. So I think what we'll do is put a little hole in the floor here, and we'll just build a small generator like this, I think. So if we move this down a block, stick it in there. In fact, I think I'm going to move this all over by one just so we can put in a clutch to make sure this machine turns off when it's not needed. We'll eventually put a clutch in that spot there, but I don't have one on me right now. And then that'll power the drills. So next up, we need somewhere for the lava to go. And I think if we just do that, then the lava can sit in this side here. The water can sit in the drills, and the cobble will get generated in the middle. I should probably block up the front of that. So we just need a clutch, we need a threshold switch, we need some lava, and we need some water. And a little bit of cobble, of course, to get the thing started. So cobble in the middle, lava on this side, and water on this side. We'll stick a threshold switch on the back there. Set that to 300 stacks. Give it a redstone link. We're going to stick one of those in there with another redstone link. Make sure that matches. Set to receive. Okay, so we are producing cobble nice and quickly. Now what we need to do is cook that cobble and turn it into stone. So I'm going to do that down below here. We're just going to put in a fan. In fact, I'm going to lift all this up a little bit. Then we're just going to encase this. And what we're going to do is put a stone pressure plate there. Bucket of lava behind it. Put a stone filter on that. And then chutes there. That should start making a stone. Wonderful. Although I think I am actually going to turn these into smart chutes, because that way I can actually deactivate them with redstone when this gets full. So let's put a threshold switch under there. So that's going to light up with redstone when it gets to 150 stacks. Now if we remove these chutes, add smart chutes instead, put a redstone receiver on this one, and wow, it's actually already full apparently. Right, there we go. I've just made the vault slightly bigger, but we can see that's working a treat. That means we have all of our core resources. We've got the blaze powder, we've got the netherwart, and we've got the stone. So that means we can now make netherrack and crush it, and we can make awkward potions and turn them into potions of strength. So here comes the fun part. So I think we're going to start by making the netherrack first, and that means we need heated blaze burners. And that means we're going to need lava over here. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is pump in some lava. We'll just create a small tank of it there. And when it comes to the potions, we're also going to need water. So I think we're just going to pump both things in here. Now the lava should be quite simple because we've already got a lava pit over that direction. So let's just bring a pipe all the way over here. There we go. You can see the particles. Lava is flowing. That's filling up this tank for us. Nice and quickly as well. And water will be simple enough. We'll just make a little pool here and pump it straight up. But I do need to get power over this side, and currently it's all the way over there. So that's power. We just need a bit of water. And there we go. That should just about do it. So we have power in this corner, we have water, and we have lava. Something I could probably do with, though, is actually having the netherwart stored on this side of the machine, because then it's going to be much easier to access. So let's quickly make a few adjustments down here, I think. First up, let's rotate this around. Then we're going to steal all this stuff. And then if we put in just a little system like this, and we'll get some funnels in. So we'll have a funnel there and there, facing inwards. And then that's going to blow everything upwards. Then that means we've got our blaze powder, our stone, and our netherwart all together, which is good. Now I just need to re-establish the threshold switch for this one. So for netherrack, what we need to do is send the stone and the netherwart into a bowl. So we could probably do that here. Once we've got it made, however, we're then going to need to crush it, and then we need to store the crushed netherrack. I do need to make sure, however, that we're also saving some of the netherwart for awkward potions. So what I might actually do is split the netherwart into 2 lines, because we're always going to end up with a lot more cobble and therefore the ability to turn it into netherrack. So I think I'm just going to spend a bit of time on the logistics for all this stuff, because I can't work out in my head exactly how it's going to go. I need to start placing blocks, and they're probably going to be wrong, and then we're going to have to redo it. But yeah, I'll bring you back in once we've got a layout that's going to work for us. Well, it's fairly compact, but I think I've managed to get it to work. So when the netherwart comes out of here, it gets split in 2. Half goes over here to be turned into netherrack, which then gets crushed and stored in this vault at the back here. And the other half just goes up and over and gets stored in this tiny vault here. And this is just so that we've always got some to make awkward potions with. Eventually, I imagine this belt here is actually going to back up, and then all the rest is just going to get turned into netherrack, but that's fine. I've also got a very compact little mechanism here with the mechanical arm, and what he does is just keep the blaze burner fed, which then gets refilled from lava, which we're pumping up from downstairs. So that means we've now got the netherwart to make awkward potions, we've got the blaze powder to turn it into strength potions, and we've got the cinder flower, which we can then use to make redstone, and we're going to do all of that downstairs. Once we've got it all up and running, we'll make it look nice and tidy things up a bit. It's looking very messy up here now. So with that done, the next thing I need to do is make potion stuff. And I've only done this once before. It was a long time ago, so let's hope I can remember what I'm doing. Step 1 complete. We are now making awkward potions. So what we're doing is feeding in water to the basin around the back. We're bringing down the netherwart from upstairs and feeding that in the front. And we're filtering the awkward potion here into the fluid tank over there. Now we need to do pretty much the same setup again, but we're going to be using the blaze powder, which will come down from here, and the awkward potion from here. And ideally, I want to use the same arm here for feeding this. So maybe let's just stick it there. That way it should be within range. We can feed the blaze powder directly into the basin. Now I just need to get some power to the mixer and to the pump here, of course. And there we go. That has made our first potion of strength. We just need to store that in another tank, which I'm going to put right next to it, I think. Keep it nice and compact. And there we go. That is our potion of strength. So I'd say the whole potion brewing area is actually quite compact and looking a bit messy. So we'll tidy this up at the end. But lastly, I think it's finally time to make some redstone. We're going to do that nice and simply. I just need a belt. Oh, I've got some on me. And we should just be able to put a pump up there. Place that the right way. Jam a cog in there. There we go. Last thing we need is a little bit of power. Now we should be getting redstone. Look at that. Wonderful. So it's taken a couple of days. We've got a giant building. We've got a bunch of farms. And to be honest, it's a lot more compact than I was expecting with a building this size. But we've finally automated redstone. Maybe I should sell it. But sadly, that is all we've got time for today. We do still need to name the freight train over there in the background. Is it even there? Nope, it's not there. But the last video with the train in has only just gone out. So I'm going to leave it a couple of days and we'll get that name next episode. And as always, I'll get this schematic up for Patreon, YouTube, and Twitch supporters as soon as possible on my Discord. So you can have a little play around with it yourself. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye now.